I thought I turned the heat off, but I didn't. So I needed to turn it off because it's hot as hell in here. Okay, I'm starting off with Pisces. Don't mind the glare. It's coming from the freaking. It's coming from the lamp. But okay, so the two cards that we got. First card is the Sun card, which is the happiest card in tarot. Okay. Positivity, prosperity, joy. The capybara basks in the warm glow of the sun as it nestles into a bed of sunflowers. The capybara is a master of its environment and finds harmony in nature. It trusts in nature and its surroundings to provide for it. The sunflower overflows with positive symbolism such as loyalty, lasting happiness, and good fortune, to name a few. The sun reminds us to indulge in happiness. If something brings joy, we are meant to cherish it. The situation may not last, but the memories and impact will remain with us forever. When upright, the sun is a sign of the great positive forces working in your favor. You might be feeling lighter and filled with a sudden zest for life. And if you're not feeling like this now, know that good vibes will soon be coming your way. Slow your pace and simply enjoy the moment. Bask in the good company around you and spend some pleasant time by yourself. Life can, at times, be difficult and feel unforgiving. If you're currently going through hardship, harness this energy to move forward in a positive direction. You'll find the path ahead isn't as dark as it once seemed, and the light building within you will guide you towards prosperity in no time. So, second card is Page of Swords for Pisces. Rich Rising. Inquisitiveness. Liveliness, inquisitive, fairness. A cockatoo stands firmly on the blade of a kris, the sword pointing in one direction while the bird faces the opposite. A symbol of spirit, cockatoos are talkative, inquisitive birds. They are eager to take in the world around them, and they enact positive movement when they take flight. The Page of Swords remind us to reduce wasteful actions, keep our mental agility, and avoid any conflicts that prevent us from flying freely. When upright, the Page of Swords symbolizes passions, vigilance, and speaking out against injustice. You're bursting with inspiration and enthusiasm, and you have great ideas for the future that you're champing at the bit to begin working towards. Take this as a sign that it's time to explore new ideas and ways of thinking. You are capable of anything, and you should definitely act now while the excitement is still fresh. Communicate with others and explore new ways of getting your point across. Take heed, though. Anything seems possible right now, things may still go wrong. Check in on your energy reserves so you don't run out of steam halfway to the finish line. Okay? That's what I have for you in regards to the tarot, Pisces. Next is the fairies, and you got two cards that came out. First card is 35. Take flight. A coven of witches take flight in the stormy weather. Wispy cats dart in and around their brooms. The more seasoned witches navigate the turbulent winds with caution, while the younger witches take delight in the adventure. One witch does not seem to be as sure-footed as his friends because he holds onto his broom with trepidation. Meaning, be your own navigator through, though, the rough times. I think it was supposed to say through. I'm going to say it one more time in the first sentence. Meaning, be your own navigator, though the rough times. I'm pretty sure it means through. typo, I guess. Trust the path you set out on. You know you can get past this storm. Let this card guide you through the hardships you endure. Next card is 26. Balance. A fairy gently dances across the strand of a spider's web. An insect kneels behind her. A spider plays on a cello. Off to the right of the web, beneath her appears a secondary web, a safety net to catch the fairy if she falls. Meaning, life is full of moments where we are asked to balance ourselves. We balance between work and play, taking time for ourselves and being with friends. And the list goes on. If you have drawn this card today, find your balance on the rope of life. Uncover what is out of balance and what you need to set yourself straight again and keep going. I'm just going to read the cards and, apply the messages as you see fit because you know your situation better than I do, Pisces. You got 3 cards in regards to the angels. I just, that's right there. So, Toriel, Angel of the Mountain, is the first card. The way Toriel carried his massive stature was a matter of public spectacle. His feats of strength were sometimes put to good use, but often bled into showmanship. The praise people showered him with seemed to sustain Toriel almost as much as food and water. Crowds gathered to seek the mighty Toriel's favor. They held him from afar at the common grounds and sought to catch a glimpse of him preparing his hunting party. Gifts of food and gold were brought to curry favor. Weapons and jewelry were brought in his honor whenever they could be spared. The men that truly impressed him were made part of his story, a grand tale in which each night was a feast, each drink was a toast, and each lover a grand affair. Domain, power, greed, legends. Card meaning. It is easy to be numb to the influence we have over others. Power comes in many forms, and some powers arise without our knowledge. Don't be callous. Let your actions speak for themselves. Be mindful of those caught in your wake. Without proper care, you may achieve your goals at the expense of the only things in life that truly matter to you. So, the next card, Penamum. This is Angel of the Script, Pisces. The masked angel Penamum shared angelic lips with humanity, each expressive in their own way. Theirs was a language of the infinite. Without a written language, the higher concepts were attainable, but their physical form gave them a power that transcended the veil of death. Penamum's other gift to the world was to carve the names of the deceased on a stone that was laid above their graves. He said that this made men more like the angels. At night, he walked among the graves carrying a light. He wouldn't say why. Domain, preservation, burial rites, legacy. Card meaning. When considering death, we cannot help but consider our legacy. But the words written on your tombstone are not yours to write and not for you to read. Let this card be a sign that you should relinquish your desire to control how you will be remembered. Your purpose in life happens now, not at some future date. Seek to appreciate the moment you are in now instead of wasting your efforts building a bulwark to defend the inevitable encroachment of time. The last card from the Angels, Pisces, that I got for you, let me just find it, right here. Coco Biel, Angel of the Stars. The childlike angel Coco Biel saw visions in the stars that his brothers did not. He saw ineffable mysteries unfolding in the night sky. Though he spoke about these auguries often, it was difficult to take useful information from his readings. The places and events that he described were in vivid detail but failed to resemble the earthly world. At first, the obtuse quality of Coco Biel's information was seen as a form of higher wisdom beyond the reach of men's mind. As time went on, most just dismissed him as crazy. Domain, wonder, divination, innocence. Card meaning. Drawing cards from a divination deck certainly speaks to a Latin curiosity, but drawing this card specifically may speak to a deeper desire to seek answers from the infinite. When a question hangs over our heads, it does so with the same intensity as starlight in the clear sky. Seek your answers, but don't be dazzled by the dance of the faraway glimmers. And the last card that I have for you, Pisces, is vibration. So your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You're connected to cosmic intelligence. It seems as if you're going through a transformation, an ascension, and you should use your time wisely to basically cleanse, release, and replenish your soul. And when you cleanse, make sure you are opening yourself up to receive, because the new gifts that you're either being given or that are being heightened are going to have you feeling more present than before. So just take your time, okay? The next sign we are doing is Cancer. Let's see what I have for you, Cancer. Please allow me to pull on the energy of Cancer. Please allow me to read for the energy of Cancer. What would you like Cancer to know? What message to be clear and concise? What message to be clear and concise? What does Cancer need to know? Is that it? Just one card for Cancer? Okay. Let's see what the fairies want to tell you. Allow me to read for the energy of Cancer. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Cancer. What would you like Cancer to know, fairies? Let's see what the angels have to say. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Cancer. Please allow me to read for the energy of Cancer. Please allow this message to be clear and concise. Please allow me to read for the energy of Cancer. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Cancer. What would you like Cancer to know? Please allow me to read for the energy of Cancer. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Cancer. Please allow this messages to be clear and concise. rise, love, light, healing vibrations. And then I'm going to take what flips out. These cards tried to flip out, but Angels, do you want anything to be known to Cancers? I don't know why the cards are so quiet tonight. Maybe I'm not supposed to use this card for Cancers. I'm sure. Give me time. Let me see. Thank you. Okay. What would you like Cancer to know? What would you like Cancer to know? Is that it? Just those two cards? Okay. Okay. So Cancer. I only got the Three of Wands for you. Productivity, expansion, effort. A lone sugar glider looks out at the world around it, clutching 3 twigs in its tail. It carefully assesses the dangers of where it's at, as well as where it wants to go. The distance may be great, but it knows that as long as it can see the destination ahead, one great leap will carry it to safety. The Three of Wands reminds us that our goals are within reach should we have the courage to pursue them. When upright, the Three of Wands suggests that your plans for the future are well underway and progressing as we speak. You may be gliding along the endpoint in sight and wondering if it is a time to explore even more opportunities while on your current path. You've prepared well for this moment. Be aware of the challenges that still remain ahead of you, but don't be afraid to expand your goals in the moment. The work you've done to get to this point will carry you further than the first intended, and now it is time to think big. Stay committed to the path, and you may be surprised just how far you'll fly. Okay, Cancer? Let's see with the fairy. You got card 16. I want to say, is it Flights of Fancy? Yes, Flights of Fancy, Cancer. A fairy gives a baby a ride of their life. High above the trees they glide, enjoying each other's company. The fairy holds tight to the baby's legs, securing the child to her back, meaning this is a joyful card, one of the enduring trips and moments spent with someone you care about. It's time to take a chance, break out from your daily mode, and allow your imagination to fly free. Trust in yourself and be open to new possibilities. Flights of Fancy, like daydreams, give us the input we need to climb higher. The card that we got from the angels is Sathriel, Angel of Deception. Well, Samyaza created the flax of truth, Satharel spun it into thread and wove it into the very reality around him. Beyond his smoothly guided words and expressive gestures, his skin itself brought his tales to life. He was interesting. The patterns of his wings would flex and flow with his impersonations, making his performances irresistible to watch. Domain, lies, drama, illusions. Card meaning. Drawing this card is an opportunity to consider the ways in which you might deceive others and the ways in which you might deceive yourself. The masks we wear may shield us from the harshness of the world around us, but they also function as a gateway to descend into roles that shade our authentic selves from the conscious mind. Be wary of the stories you tell about yourself. I'm going to repeat the second to the last sentence. The mask we wear may shield us from the harshness of the world around us, but they also function as a gateway to descend into roles that shade our authentic selves from the conscious mind. Be wary of the stories you tell about yourself. Okay, Cancer? And the two cards that came out from the star seeds is light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Second card is creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. So initially, and I feel like it's confirmation, what I got the beginning of your reading is basically it's time for you to think big. It's time for you to create and express yourself and, do it with a light heart. Because you don't want to deceive yourself. Like, even if you deceive somebody else, you can never deceive yourself. So make sure you are taking the time to be transparent with yourself, Cancer. That's all I have for you. The next sign is going to be Scorpio. Oh, let's see what we got for Scorpio. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Scorpio. Please allow me to read for the energy of Scorpio. What would you like Scorpio to know? Please allow this message to be clear and concise. What would you like Scorpio to know? This message is clear and concise. What does Scorpio need to know? Is that it? Let's make sure that miss no cards, Scorpio. Okay. Let's see what the fairies. What is the fairies like Scorpio to know? What would the fairies like Scorpio to know? No, you're taking what flips out. What would the fairies like Scorpio to know? Please allow this message to be clear and concise. What would the fairies like Scorpio to know? What would the fairies like Scorpio to know? Can I have a pickup? Let's get energy. Scorpio, please. Scorpio. What do you want Scorpio to know? Thank you. Angels, what would you want Scorpio to know? Today was good. I woke up early to feed my dog, and then I was listening to something. I took a nap. Fine, what it was already 1 o'clock. What do you want Scorpio to know? Angels? I'm gonna warm up some more of my spaghetti. I wish I wouldn't have ate all the garlic butter. Now I'm gonna want some. Ouch. I'm gonna let Scorpio soon. I'm gonna Scorpio soon. Please allow me to only read for Scorpio. Please allow me to only pick up on the energy of Scorpio. No cheese, just regular garlic bread. But these cards are low-key hard. Okay, so we got four cards for my angels. Allow me to pick up on the energy of Scorpio. Allow me to read for the energy of Scorpio. You gotta investigate everything, huh? Go lay back down, Zip. It wouldn't be right if you didn't investigate, especially when it comes to food. I'm not judging you, Zip. I'm just saying. Okay. Scorpio. First card we got is the King of Wands. That noise was my mom in the kitchen. Leadership, leniency, charm. A long-standing symbol of power, leadership, and masculine energies, a lion looks out over his dominion, king of all he surveys. His staff is large and upright, representing the strength he employs to keep his kingdom running smoothly. He is confident in his abilities. The King of Wands reminds us to rely on our charisma and presence as we pursue our goals. Only then will others follow our lead. When upright, the King of Wands signifies you're a natural leader. Creativity and dreaming are not what you're interested in, but you still have goals you wish to pursue. You're in a good position to enlist the help of others and direct them into working towards a common goal. You may have already been put into a position of leadership, or the opportunity will soon present itself. Channel your charisma and focus to be the best leader you can be. Don't be afraid of this responsibility. Everyone who follows you does so because they believe in what you stand for. Take challenges head on and don't waste time pursuing things you know won't yield results. The time for action is now, and you have all the tools necessary to make the fortune work for you. Next card is the Fool. Okay, Scorpio, the Fool. Freedom, spontaneity, idealism. A baby sea turtle chirps away at its eggshell and enters the universe unaware of all the wonders that lie before it. Due to their long lives, sea turtles commonly represent good luck and patience. They endure the many highs and lows and live to face new challenges. Similarly, the Fool represents the start of a new journey. It's supposed to say, it says, start of a journey. I said start of a new journey. So whatever it is, something new is coming in. Even though the future is uncertain and the path ahead may be rough, he faces the horizon with excitement. Like the young sea turtle, you are at an important junction of your life and the start of a new path. Okay, thank you for confirmation that I know what I'm talking about. Take it and see where it leads. When upright, the Fool signifies someone who's a dreamer, their head frequently lost in the clouds. You may have new things you wish to do or new opportunities you wish to explore. This is your time to take a leap of faith. Even though the path ahead is unclear, remain optimistic and persevere. Focus on your end goal and trust in your vision. The potential for success is infinite. And then for Fairy, we had 18. I want to say final farewell. No more. Because I've pulled this card before. Rejection. A man wearing a top hat pauses along his morning walk. The fairies creep out from their hiding places, whispering memories to him. He holds up a hand. No more, he seems to say. He does not have the time or desire to hear their stories or their songs. He has grown up and is beyond their reach now, meaning rejection is a part of life. There are so many options in the world, you cannot say yes to all of them. Learning to distinguish what you want from the chatter of what you don't want is a meaningful skill to learn. This card reminds you to cultivate your resources, to say no to the things you do not have the time for or no longer actually need. And then we had got 3 cards. Okay. 4 actually. I don't know why I said 3. So first card is Barakiel, Angel of Lightning. Ghetto superstar, that is what you are, coming from above, like a shooting star. We can rely on each other, from one corner to another, Okay. The rituals Barakiel performed were an object of fascination for men and angels alike. He taught men to tame lightning. Despite the widespread appreciation for the fruits of this work, few people volunteered to assist him. Barakiel was renowned both for the power he commanded and his lack of respect for it. His fall was the first proof beyond any doubt that watchers were not complete in their wisdom nor their immortality. Domain, fame, electricity, temporality. Card meaning. Drawing this card may be a sign there is a rising energy building in your life. Something is coming up. The potential is gathering in the air. This force could be harnessed, but it's also dangerous. Staying present is always a good idea, but when electricity begins to gather at your feet, it's important to either move with it or get out of the way before it burns you. Next card is Para. This is the angel of forgetting. Para. Para lived proudly with others of his order. When those around him came to pain, he was quick and generous with his healing touch. He saw no reason anyone should suffer from past traumas. There was so much to anticipate about the future. Whenever one of his patients awoke unburdened by their memories, he greeted them with a loving smile. No one dared to show the fear they felt toward Para. It was easier to smile back at him than it was to confront his ignorance. After all, it was assumed that if he were to ever be confronted with the truth of the harm he had caused, he would simply wipe it away. He had done it before. Sorry, it's not funny. This angel was bad, man. Domain, sedation, forgiveness, lost travelers. Card meaning. There is more than one way to move past pain. Suppressing traumatic experiences may be the best option in the short term, but it is important to look upon the desire to forget with skepticism. Our history is part of what defines who we are. To lose too much of our past is to let go of our identity. Okay? Next card is Chaziquio, Angels of the Mist. They got some interesting names. Chaziquio loved his home in the sky, but reluctantly followed his brethren to earth. He loved them too much to be left behind, but he couldn't bring himself to fully commit to a corporeal body. Unwilling to fully descend and unable to ascend, he was left to exist between worlds. He lived dissatisfied with his own existence, avoiding confrontation with the reality of what he was. Domain, grief, depression, obsession. Card meaning. Despair creeps up slowly and seductively. The romance of sadness brings us into its embrace and shields our eyes from the light in the world. If you are drawing this card, ask yourself if your vision has narrowed. Peer beyond the fog. Look for glimmer in the distance rather than the shadows at your feet. No matter how tight the walls close, the larger world is always still out there. Next card is the Vessel. What's funny is sometimes when I watch my videos back, certain videos I can't watch back all the way, because it makes me sleepy. I'd be like, oh no, fall asleep listening to this shit. What was that angel again? The Vessel. Oh, okay, here it is. Few people understood Baracco's vision. His assistants assumed incorrectly that the pots that lined his quarters were full of the magic of his essence. All they knew of these strange devices was that the invisible power that brimmed down from the metal caps embedded into the lids. Lightning was bound inert into a clay vessel. Baracco could see clearly what the others only felt in passing. It filled him with excitement. Card meaning. Energy has been gathering for a while, and now may be the time to release it. There is only so long that it is worth restraining the potential inside yourself. Let others see what you've been holding back. Make a display to remember. The time is quickly approaching. And the two cards that came out from Starseeds, Scorpio, first card is Fruition. Rest assured your dreams and visions will come to fruition. Second card is Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. So, Scorpio, what I'm getting for you, you're being put in a leadership role. And although you are not a daydreamer or you don't like to get caught up in the clouds, there's nothing wrong with dreaming. as long as you are taking the necessary steps to bring your dreams into your reality. Okay? That's all I have for you, Scorpio. Next time we're gonna let's do fire. So water is done. Let's do fire. We're gonna do Sagittarius. My mom is actually a Sag. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Sag. Please allow me to read for the energy of Sag. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Sag. Please allow me to read for the energy of Sag. Allow me to pick up on the energy of Sag. Please allow me to read for the energy of Sag. I'll do Earth next. I'm going to pick up on the energy of Sag. Please allow me to read for the energy of Sag. What does Sag need to know? What does Sag need to know? Was that it? I feel like it was. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all signs tonight, though. I might have to do a part 2. It just depends on how my battery life is looking as we get closer. What do you want Sag to know? Fairies. What do you want Sagittarius to know? Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Sagittarius. Please allow me to read for the energy of Sagittarius. Please allow me to be clear and concise. Please allow me to pick up on the energy of Sagittarius angels. Please allow me to read for the energy of Sagittarius angels. What would you like Sagittarius to know? Bro, it's way too many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why, Sag? Why? All these damn cards. First y'all was quiet. Y'all act like y'all didn't want to speak up, and now you just shooting out cards. What are we on? Who are we on? Sagittarius, bro. What do you want Sag to know? See, when it's just straight to the point like that, I appreciate it. They not like us. They not like us. This shit was everywhere when it came out. On replay. I was like, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Alright, Sag. First card. King of Cups. I didn't watch the Super Bowl though, because I'm not into like balance, diplomacy, compassion. A flamingo balances easily on one leg, a golden cup resting on its back. Behind it shines a tempered sun, radiating with power, serenity, and restraint. Flamingos represents composure and balance, as well as vibrancy and outgoingness. The two energies create a stabilizing force that lends itself well to diplomacy and group thinking. The King of Cups reminds us to find balance in all extremes. Once that balance is achieved, there is no limit to what can be accomplished. When upright, the King of Cups represents a new mastery. I don't know why I said new. It just says a mastery over emotions. So it may be new for you, okay, Sagittarius? Creativity and the subconscious. The work you've done to cultivate poise and control is finally paying off. And it's now time to use this newfound balance to guide you away from drama and towards absolute success. Okay, so that's where new came from. The newfound balance, because I said new and the word was not there yet, but then it appeared. When going into decisions, rely on your heart and head equally. Intuition can be bolstered with logic, and the more you rely on this combination to guide you, the more people will seek you out for guidance in their own lives. Act as a leader who cares about the success of a project, but also the well-being of those who help you pursue it. Be compassionate to others and don't shy away from being a mentor or guide if the opportunity arises. You've worked hard to get to this point, and it's time for you to guide others down the path too. Okay? Sag. We got the Queen of Cups, but reversed. How interesting is that? Insecurity, frivolity, suffocation. When reversed, the Queen of Cups suggests you need to focus on your emotional well-being. Perhaps you spend considerable time these days helping others with their problems. Focus on yourself and break away from the unhealthy or codependent relationships that may be drawing too much on your emotional balance. If you've been relying too much on your heart, take effort to think through things logically before going forward. This position also cautions to be aware of the hostile feelings of jealousy, bitterness, or clinginess coming from you or those close to you. If you're the source, explore your inner feelings and work to reset things to a healthy balance. If it's from others, take a temporary time out to allow yourself a moment to breathe before tackling this emotional hardship. It's time to worry about yourself and let everyone else work through their own problems. It's funny how you got the King of Cups upright, but then you got the Queen of Cups reversed. So you have to master your emotions in order to maintain emotional balance. Okay, Sag? Where are we at with it? Okay, we got one card from the fairy. Card 28. Shared wishes. A well-dressed gentleman bends down towards a young child. He holds a dandelion in one hand. His lips are puckered as he pushes air across the delicate flower, blowing the seeds off into the wind. Down below, the child counts on the fingers the number of wishes they desire to make. Will they all come true? Only time will tell. Meaning, wishing on dandelions has been around for a long time. It is said that when you pick one and blow, you can receive any wish your heart desires. When you do not make a wish, or when you do make a wish, share it with someone you care about. So when you make a wish, don't share it. Let them in on what you desire. Perhaps they can help you attain all that you desire. For some reason, I was guided to say, do not share your wish. Because sometimes when you share your wishes, it's not that they won't come true, but other people's energies can throw you off. So Sagittarius, when you make a wish, make sure you are taking the necessary steps to bring your desires into reality. Sometimes it's as simple as you showing up and just trying your best and allowing the magic to unfold. If you do feel the need to tell someone, tell God, tell your spirit guides, angels, ancestors of the highest possible good, but you don't have to necessarily tell people, okay? And as I said that, I was getting chills, so I feel like that's confirmation in regards to what you should be doing when you do make wishes, or you are wishing for something, or you're trying to bring something into fruition. You're more powerful than you think, Sagittarius. Okay, so we got 6 cards from the angels. First card is Angel of the Unseen, Tamiel. Where's Tamiel at? Oh, Tamiel. Tamiel moved through his life with such ease that it was a long time before anyone realized he was blind. This discovery made those around him uneasy. All the angels had such fascinating and unique characteristics, and it was easy to think of them as far beyond human. To know that one of them was deficient in some way was unsettling. The attendance at Tamiel's rituals diminished as discomfort with him increased. It was clear that his insight was still valuable, but it was difficult to watch him wield his ceremonial dagger with the knowledge that he could not see where it was going. Domain, charity, delusion, assassination. Card meaning. You may have missed something important. Not the thing you know you forgot, but the thing you forgot that you forgot. The unknown hangs in the corner of the room with the grin cutting across its face, smirking at you as you fail to see it. There's no use in turning to look. Just take a deep breath. I say deep, but it just says breath. And stop to feel it. In the still air, the invisible will become visible again. Only then will it be safe to progress forward. When you feel overwhelmed or underwhelmed, deep breaths will help you. Okay, Sag? Aniel is who we got for the second card. Angel of the Storms. He's towards the bottom. Where the hell is Aniel at? I hate when I have to search for them. Okay. Aniel mustered men to help tame the waterways. The fish they caught were beloved more so than the angel himself. This disparity left a dark stain in his heart that grew over time. Men worked the shores unknowing of the danger that lurked in their master. When they dared to disobey Aniel's commands, the skies darkened and the seas punished them. Aniel wrenched their boats from the shore and buried the horizon under clouds. Domain, addiction, binding, consequences. Guard meaning. This is a reminder that what is done cannot always be undone. You may be gathering your will to make a move that will bring you beyond a threshold that you cannot come back from. This storm might carry you far, or it will hurl you beneath the waves. Summon what you will, but be prepared to relinquish control when your creations grow beyond you. Sakiel is the next card, Angel of Purity. Are you talking about tonight? Sakiel was a valuable teacher in the realm of medicine, but his demeanor made him deeply feared. When he talked about living things, it was clear that he didn't see them for what they were, but rather than what they were made of. Blood and bone, water and salt. In his mind, the lives of humans were just a pattern of actions. People were nothing more than an expanding collection of interactions, consumption, digestion, explosion. All of it was both simplistic and meaningless. When Sakiel's actions resulted in death, there was no remorse to him. There was no consequential difference between murder and the harvest of a stalk of wheat. Domain, cleanliness, poison, conformity. Card meaning. Let the dark visage of this angel be a reminder to be less dogmatic. Seeing those in your life as complete, complex people will serve you better than flattening them to a single attribute. Don't give in to the temptation to order all things. Everything is interconnected in ways more complicated than we're able to hold in our minds. Allowing this mystery and living with comfort of not understanding it is a strength and not a weakness. Next card is the victim. Sarathiel. Are you talking about tonight, 6, or are you talking about in general? This is 2025, right? It wasn't 24, it was sometime before the storm in 23, that like big like rain that we had. I'm pretty sure it was affecting different parts of the world differently, but I was told to get an oracle deck, and I actually got the moon. That's what I started out with. I was just gonna read oracle. However, it was right before Mother's Day, maybe a week or two before Mother's Day last year, because last year was 23. So it was 23, and then the following year, 24. So last year before Mother's Day, I had came across tarot, a tarot deck at this shop that I normally go to, like Earth Shop. And I was like, if it's here the next time I come, then I'll take it as a sign that I'm supposed to get it. Because I honestly was just trying to stick to Oracle. I didn't really want to tap into tarot. But when I went back, it happened to be on Mother's Day. And the deck was there. And I was like, I don't know. I was on a call with my friend because I was actually showing him the shop. And long story short, I got a couple of confirmations that I was supposed to get it, but I was like reluctant at first. I don't want to say I was scared. I just I can be hesitant with some of my gifts, just because like once you open the door to more information, you can't close it. You know what I mean? You can't unlearn once you've already like been informed on something. So I was guided to get the tarot deck, and had it been any other deck, I wouldn't have gotten it. But it was animal tarot, and with me even having a dog, like I'm very connected to animals. So I feel I was sent, because I remember seeing something beforehand, and it makes a lot of sense. It said like some people are called, some people are sent, and some people do it because it's in. I feel like majority of the things that I experience and that I go through in this lifetime, it's not just for me. Like I'm supposed to share because it's not my information to keep. Like I've been written to go through certain things, that way I can give insight to people who probably are having a harder time than I may have. So that is how I got into tarot. I feel like I was guided, but I started my spiritual journey in 2019, I didn't know what I was doing necessarily. It just kind of evolved over time. I started pursuing things that I was passionate about in life. And I would say after my father's passing, certain gifts just heightened over time. But I feel like, because the thing that comes to mind right now is when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Teachers are always like watching, they're always waiting, they're always, anticipating you to be willing and like to open yourself up to receive more information, because even with information, it's not about reading a book, it's not about reading the Bible, it's not about studying anything. It's just about opening yourself up for spirit to give you answers. Like, we look for answers all the time, and we look for it outside of ourselves. But whole time, if we would have just looked inward, if we would have just prayed, if we would have just meditated, if we would have just sat in silence, the answer would have came naturally. It's a lot of stuff that is very surreal to me, but I wouldn't question it, because I just accept that when you belong to a bigger picture, you are not the judge, jury, or executioner. You just do what you're guided, you do what you're told, essentially. So when it all comes to pass, the only things I want to hear is, "Good job, my faithful servant." I don't want to hear anything other than that. I promise you I don't. I do not want my prayers to fall on deaf ears, so I try to be as obedient as possible. What has helped me helps other people, and I know that firsthand, because it started happening before my dad passed. Literally the year before he passed, I accepted and understood, like, sometimes people need help. And when they say a prayer, I've been sent places just to, it's not so much about what I do to people, or, what I can do for them. It's just a matter of, showing up in the nick of time and providing light for people who are kind of just suffering in darkness. And it's as simple as a prayer to lift somebody's spirits. Like, people underestimate how powerful a prayer is. And I think it's usually because they probably don't take it seriously, or they don't know, or they don't even think that their prayers are being answered or heard. So, yeah, a little bit of faith goes a long way. What was I getting ready to say? Okay, we're on Sagittarius. Yeah, Sagittarius. The victim. Sathera, the victim. The performance was meant to climax with the lovers thrusting blades into each other's hearts. Staggering from the stage to thunderous applause, Sathera clutched his chest. He was supposed to have the real knife. How had the blades been switched without him realizing? Had she known? The anger drove him from the crowd, stumbling off into the dark of night. The sounds of exultation fading into the distance. His vision blurred. Darkness tugged at the edges of the moonlit path as he blundered forward. All at once, the cliff's edge swung up to meet him. Card meaning. Surviving this crisis will bring you to the next. Perhaps there is comfort in knowing that one makes it through life without getting hurt. Don't ruminate on whether you deserved your fate. Pain is a part of life, and sometimes we are on the receiving end. I heard the freaking garage open. I feel like my brother is getting ready to come in here, because my dog just got up too. Yep, just a matter of time. Next card, Samyaza, the king. Well, I appreciate you. Sometimes, ooh, when people be getting on my nerves and they intentionally try, because it's one thing if people mean no harm, but when people intentionally try to just throw unnecessary energy at somebody, it's like, ooh, you lucky. You lucky I have certain laws and codes that I have to abide by, and I know who my master is. Because if it was up to me, I would probably just delete you. But he takes care of it. No, where the hell is Samyata? Damn idiots. I'm so serious. It's certain, because I have a very dark side. I was thinking about it earlier. Like, I have a very mean streak, which is why I just try to keep it mellow. It's not even about it being love and light 24/7. Like I said, I think I said it in the last video, if not the last video, the second to the last video. Light comes from, it's formed in darkness. So people be so, they just be so unaware. Forgive them because they know not what they do. Like, I don't think, number one is I don't speak on everything that I think, and I don't act on everything that I think either. And I think that that's very, it's very smart. Oh, shucks. God knew not to give me too much power, because I'm telling you, I'd be like, I took some mental notes, and it's one thing, like I said, if it's unintentional, but when people keep doing things, it's like, we're just gonna Control, Alt, Delete. Let's give life to somebody who really wants it and not you. What the fuck? And you shouldn't bother people that are trying anyway. Like, go bother people who want to be bothered. What the hell is wrong with people? Okay, God, I'll stop. Oh, shucks. My damn eyelashes. Okay. The throne was built of stone and steel. Behind it hung a huge golden ring inlaid with swirls of obsidian and lapis. As Samyaza sat up on his seat, the great wheel appeared to hover behind him like a divine halo. The superficiality of the symbol seemed to be the point. While the Sephirim wore holy rings around their heads, naturally Samyaza's halo showed that he could construct his own. The king's power flowed not from his virtue, but from his power to define the nature of virtue itself. Card meaning. It may be time to rebel against weakness. A chance to grasp a new fortune is not to be ignored. The only question is whether you are willing to grasp what it is available to you. Failing to do so will not benefit anyone. So don't recoil at the chance to take power. I'm going to read this again. It may be a time to rebel against weakness. A chance to grasp a new fortune is not to be ignored. The only question is whether you are willing to grasp what is available to you. Failing to do so will not benefit anyone, so don't recoil at the chance to take power. Okay, Sagittarius? Last card. Oh yeah, this might have to be the last sign of the night because I need to charge my phone, or I'll try to make it for Leo. We'll see how far we can get. Gadriel, Angel of War. That angel look crazy as hell. Oh, shucks. Gadriel stood 5 times the height of the tallest man, a giant even amongst his own kind. His very presence invalidated the thought of an imposing force. His massive red spear stood as a symbol of assured destruction for anything that opposed the will of the Watchers. Despite his threatening stature, Gadriel was a peaceful soul. He was most often found sitting outside the camp with his spear upon his shoulder and his eyes upon the horizon, a surreal portrait of serenity carved in an alabaster. He would sit so still that children would climb and play among the spines on his back, but they were always safe with him. Domain, peace, duty, violence. Card meaning. This card is a reminder that you must be careful when offering yourself to a righteous cause. Blood draws a bright line. When committing yourself to violence, it's important to know why. There is no greater trust than following your fellows into battle, which is why it is important to interrogate that trust before the fighting starts. Once the bleeding begins, it may be difficult to staunch the flow. Okay? Sag, that's all I have for you in regards to the angels. But Starseed is observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. So don't be afraid. Okay, Sagittarius, do not be afraid at all. Let's see, Leo, how far we can get in your reading, and then I'll just have to pick up. I don't pick up later, I'll pick up tomorrow. I really don't even do all signs like this. I rather do collectives because all signs, it takes quite a bit of energy. Collectives is way easier. It takes energy, it's time consuming. Allow me to pull on the energy of Leo. Would you have a premonition, vision, dreams? Somebody's gonna die soon. Allow me to pick up on the energy of Leo. Allow me to read for the energy of Leo. What was it pertaining to? You or somebody else? I'm trying to remember if it was you who told me. I want to say it was you that you can tell when somebody's getting ready to pass or something. What does Leo need to know? Sheesh. Zip. I don't want to hear that. And it looks like I need to put some stuff on your eye because I see you squinting out of me. Allow me to pick up on the energy of Leo. Allow me to read for the energy of Leo. Allow me to pick up on the energy of Leo. Allow me to read for the energy of Leo. Aquarius, what do you want Leo to know? Y'all be popping out, but y'all don't flip over. Let me get whatever you would like Leo to know. Allow me to pick up on the energy of Leo. Allow me to read for the energy of Leo. All this message should be clear and concise, please. Bruh. I want to get these cards a whooping. Okay, this one picked out. I'll just take it. Was there something in the food? What does Leo need to know? The last message should be clear and concise. What does Leo need to know? Did you look at the spiritual meaning of seeing a raccoon? At. Did you mean rat? So next time I need to start with full percentage. Okay, Leo. Three of Swords is your first card. Look up the meaning of, spiritual meaning of running over raccoon or raccoon crossing your path. I seen, was that last year? I want to say it was last year. It was probably like, I have to look up the date, but I remember when I seen it. Ooh, and I'm getting chills getting ready to just talk about it. Because I did tell my sister. I told my sister, and I'm trying to remember who else did I tell. But it made me very, very sad. I was leaving from work. It was dark. I was driving down the street, and a street I normally take on my way home from work. And a bunny, I seen a bunny jot out into the street. So I'm in the lane closest to, I want to say, the curb or the street, and there's a truck, a big truck on the, so I'm in the right lane, I want to say, and then there's closest to the middle of the street is the a bigger truck. So whatever, I see the bunny like jot out into the street. It's dark, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like pace myself to give the bunny room to like cross my path when it comes, you know, that way I don't hit it. And before it even had a chance, as soon as it jot out, like the truck, the big truck that was on the side of me, it ran it over. It made me really, really sad. Like, I think because bunnies are, they resemble and they stand for innocence and purity, and they're just like happy-go-lucky creatures. It was a cute little tiny little bunny. I was trying to prepare for it, so I was anticipating it to cross my path, and freaking it didn't get a chance to because the truck hit it. Like, I literally seen it go under the wheel and then like jot out into the air, and I was like, fuck. Like, I didn't want to just leave it in the middle of the road, so like I went back to go get it. I turned around and I parked up the street, but I ran to go get it. Mind you, this is nighttime and it's like in the middle of the road. But I don't know, I was guided to go get it, and like I tried talking to it to see if it would like come back to life, but it just it made me very emotional. Like, what the fuck? I just kept asking if it was okay, but it didn't say anything. So I didn't want to touch it with my bare hands, so I went back to my car to go get a towel, and I just picked it up and moved it from the freaking middle of the street, and I put it like as soon as the closest I could get to the freaking curb, like I just left it there in the towel, because I didn't just want to leave it there. But when I looked it up, like what it meant, it's just basically new beginnings, death, rebirth, transformations, and just sometimes we're not ready for what we're asking for, so we have to prepare ourselves along the way, because it was a lot of things that I had been praying for, and just even subconsciously, not even knowingly, just like thinking about, daydreaming about, speaking about. Those are all forms of manifestation, you know, thinking, speaking, daydreaming. You bring it into your reality, because a lot of people don't understand the very thing sometimes that you are desiring or that you want. There are other people out there like you that want the same thing. So once you put those energies out into the universe, you know, and God hears your prayers, you're going to be answered. So you want to start to get ready now versus when it comes, because you want to know how to move. I have to look up what the raccoon means spiritually, but in the meantime, you can look it up. I probably won't be able to give you the answers tonight, but you can look up like spiritual meaning of running over a raccoon or a raccoon crossing your path, and just take whatever resonates. Like, there's gonna be a couple of things that come up, or it may be the same things that come up, very similar, but just take what speaks to you. That's the whole thing about taking what resonates. Don't force anything if it doesn't sound like, you know, it's your story. I'm on 9% now. What was the card again? Oh, 3 of Swords. Okay, Leo. So, heartbreak, division, loneliness. A swallow darts through the open sky, narrowly dodging 3 swords coming towards it. Historically, swallows have been linked to nautical travel. Swallow tattoos are common among sailors who use them to indicate just how long their journeys at sea had been. They are symbols of encountering and combating adversity and all the surprises life throws our way. The 3 of Swords reminds us that life can be a painful thing, but there is always the hope that calmer tides are ahead. When upright, the 3 of Swords signifies you're undergoing deep emotional pain. Someone close to you has hurt you to the core with their words, actions, or intentions. You probably didn't see this coming, but it's a signal that you must seek catharsis from the pain. Allow yourself an outlet to release the negative feelings clawing at your insides. Once you've found release, only then can you concentrate on how to move on. While pain is an important facet of life, you must be careful not to internalize it. If you find you are prone to being hurt by the words and the actions of those around you, you may need to dig deep to find the root of these wounds and take the steps needed to heal. Next card is Two of Swords. These cards is connected. Stalemate, truce, avoid. Stalemate, truce, avoidance. A beta fish considers two swords intently, its focus completely dominated by its indecision. Beta fish are fierce warriors, symbolic of individuality, solitude, aggression, and defiant spirit. They must be separated from other betas to prevent fighting, as when they spot another of their kind, they may flare up and attack instantly. The Two of Swords suggests a decision that can't be made easily. We are reminded to turn towards our intuition to determine the path we should take and move only once we are committed to doing so. When upright, the Two of Swords indicates you're facing a decision that you don't know how to approach. You are aware of all possible outcomes, and they seem equal in terms of positive and negative results. Make your decision only once your heart and your head agree. You can't rely on just one for this. Equilibrium between logic and emotion is necessary if you wish to pick the best option. Be sure to look for additional information that might have escaped you initially. Do not postpone. Do not postpone your decision for long. Difficult decisions are simply a facet of life, and you can't ignore the situation further. Gerald gave her the table.
Not creepy at all.
My phone is about to die anyway. I'm on 6%. I say, did you say don't transform? Shut the hell up! He said one of his coworkers gave him a table, so he asked if mom wanted this table.
What's the next table?
Oh, shucks. I'm on like 6%. 8 is what we got from the fairies. Oh, shucks. What number was that? 8. I think this is demise. No, it's revolution. In every age, a revolution happens. For the Victorians, the rise of the Industrial Revolution heralded. Did I say that right? Heralded, I don't know, a time of fear and worry for the old ways. The construction of skyscrapers, of smokestacks, and of machines threatened to tear the very fabric of the imagination away. Thankfully, the fears were only just that. For the good folk, we're still here, Mom. Mom! Oh my God. And his ass got his nerves coming in here gonna say something about that's not weird. He smelled like pure weed. Oh my god. Bruh. How much percentage do I have? I have 5% left. Oh gosh. It You should see the way my dog is looking at me right now. Oh shucks. Meaning, it always feels darkest before. It always feels darkest before the new dawn. Revolution can be a scary moment. Embrace the change, but hold true to your ideas. Ideas. Right? Or ideals. Ideals, my bad. Be wary of what comes. Rage against the dying of the light. Hold up your candle to the dark and light the way through the wilds.
I took him a cupcake. You took him
Yeah.
I thought so.
That was it. And then 4%. Satchel is the card we got for the angels, from the angels, Leo. There was always a steady stream of traffic going in and out of Satchel's tent. The metal he traded in There was always a steady stream of traffic going in and out of Satchel's tent. The metal he traded attracted the attention of every person who learned of it. The pieces themselves were quite attractive, their luster made bolder by their power to sway the wills of men and angels alike. Even King Samyaza coveted this new currency, perhaps in part because many of the pieces bore his likeness. When the trade Satchel made grew more slanted in his favor, no one questioned his allegiance. I don't know what the hell I said first. To the collective because of the angels. After all, it was worse to imagine being cut off from the coin lender's supply than to accept his will as their own. Domain trading, coercion, borrowing, card meaning. Now, thank you. Now may be a time to be wary in your dealings. It's important to understand who has your interest at heart. It's worth asking yourself if someone in your life may stand to gain from your misfortune. Your power to refuse is always your own. Accept that power with seriousness, and you can stand firm against those who wish to use you as leverage for their own ends. And this is the last time I'm reading it here, bro. Meditation is what we got from the starseeds, Leo. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. Okay, that's all I got for now. I'll be back with my phone.